Hello, this is Leo, and today I'm going to show you how to change a cam sensor on a 2006 PT Cruiser. You'll only need just a few tools. You'll need a 1/4-inch drive, you'll need an 8mm socket, a driver for the 8mm socket, and some needle nose pliers. And this is how the project begins. Let's begin by removing the air breather. While not necessary for this procedure, it will make for an easier understanding of the process and will allow for easier access. Before removing the air breather, we will need to detach a vent hose from the left side of the air breather box. Next, we will detach the upper vent hose by loosening the clamp using an 8mm socket. Once the clamp is loose, pull the hose away from the air breather and set aside. The next step is to simply remove the breather intact. You don't necessarily have to take the filter out, and it's done by simply popping it out. An issue that causes a P0340 code is the layout of the wire from the cam sensor back to the main wiring harness. The wire loom can sometimes come in contact with the coolant hoses and possibly damage the wiring. Move the loom off and away from the coolant hoses. Next, we want to remove the cam sensor by removing the two 8mm bolts. Leaving the connector attached will make for easier removal of the security clip. You will notice that I'm using an 8mm socket with a spinner. And this is your cam sensor. Now we have total access to the cam sensor. Now the next step we want to do, just keep rolling, is we want to remove this clip. This clip has to come out of here. And the way we do that is we just take some needle nose pliers, we squeeze in there and push in, simply like that. Push the clip to the outside. And pull the unit off. For this demonstration, I'm using an aftermarket part. These are readily available at your local auto parts store. Now, I have been told that the original Mopar parts will interface and will work much better because they interface with the computer easily. Now I'm sliding it into the connector and I'm closing the clip. Now, locating my 8mm bolt, I will thread it through one of the eyes of the cam sensor, and I will begin the installation process. I am just simply hand tightening it at this point. Now I'm adding the second bolt, hand tightening again, and using my 8mm spinner, I run the bolts down. And now I begin my final tightening. With the cam sensor installed, I now reverse the process. You will notice that I separated the top of the air breather box from the bottom chamber. This facilitates the installation. I am now installing the left vent hose into the bottom part of the air breather box. You will notice that I'm being careful with the wiring loom so as not to sandwich it in between the coolant hoses. I am now locating the two bottom pins and pushing the box and seating them into their location pins. I am now installing the air filter. The top of the air breather box is installed by locating 3 tabs Once you locate these 3 tabs, simply pull the box lid down and begin snapping in the security clips. There's one, and there's the other. Now we install the back vent hose. There is a locator channel on top of the hose. Using your 8mm spinner, run this screw straight down until it's tight. This completes the project. And there you have it. We've just successfully installed a cam sensor into a 2007 PT Cruiser. Turn the key on, allow the car to run about 10 minutes, and let that computer get caught up with its new components before driving. Thank you and stay safe on the road.